Alright, so today I'm back with yet another chapter review, and today we will go over chapter 286, which is going to be something really special, as ISAGI's and Kaiser's teamwork comes to a new high in this chapter, as they first shut down RIN but then also go on a crazy attack against PXG. But I don't want to say anymore, so you will just have to sit back and watch to find out what happens. Anyway, before jumping into it, please leave a like and a comment, as well as join the Discord server down in the comments. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into it. So for chapter 286, which is also called New Era, we start off with a throw-in by Natsu, who throws the ball toward RIN. The commentators say that this game enters its final phase with 1 point to go. The ball goes to Blue Lock's ace, RIN Itoshi, and I don't know why, but he looks so cool as he is trapping the ball and just getting ready to go crazy. We then get a close-up panel of RIN, who says to himself that it's only one more point, and that he will become this game's destroyer, as we actually see here, as he is playing with Igarashi and Raichi, not even leaving them a chance to go at him. Both just looked back at RIN in shock. The commentators then said that RIN's been slipping between those tightly packed defenders by himself, calling it such an explosive dribbling technique. However, right after Raichi and the rat was another monster lying in wait, and it was, of course, Isagi Yoichi, who came right in front of RIN's path while looking crazier than ever. Isagi's eyes light up, and he has steam coming out of his mouth as he says, "Right here, you beast!" RIN wasn't expecting Isagi, so he tried to quickly think about what to do. He thinks about maybe dodging Isagi, and then trying to get a shot in. He thinks about it again as he is dribbling, but then just says no, and instead of dodging him, he decides to just completely crash into Isagi instead, which is just wild, as he is completely manhandling Isagi here. However, with Isagi gone from his position, RIN has now gotten a chance at scoring, as he can see his shooting point. Gagamaru is getting ready for RIN's upcoming shot, but that's when someone comes in and changes everything, as Kaiser, out of nowhere, comes in and slide tackles the ball away from RIN's legs, which leaves him stunned. Anyway, Kaiser is actually looking extremely cold, as he is lying on the ground, and looks at RIN as he says that his pleasure points are obvious as shit. RIN just looks back at him, and we can see that RIN is annoyed to the max. After that, both Isagi and Kaiser get up and start to run past them. RIN turns around and sees them running towards him with their insanely cool aura, and then it finally clicks for him as he now understands that the once unimaginable duo is working together, which I myself still can't get around. Isagi then compliments Kaiser's interception before calling him a shitty rose, which makes it a kind of backhanded compliment, but I don't think Kaiser really cares. Isagi then thinks that when he charged into RIN, it gave Kaiser a chance to gauge RIN's shot timing and move in to intercept it. Kaiser thinks to himself that they together can actually do this, and that they can kill the geniuses with logic. After that, he tells Isagi to let go, and that's exactly what the two of them do as they rush up on the field and think that they will become machines working towards victory. The first victim of Isagi's and Kaiser's attack is Natsu, who gets completely fooled by Kaiser. Zantetsu screams that he will break their chain, but we later see that Isagi has managed to shake off Tokimitsu and is running almost freely on the field, and because of that, Kaiser sends away an outstanding pass toward him. After that, a no-name in PXG finally realizes how much of a threat these two actually are. Anyway, the ball went to Isagi, but it left him just as quickly as Tokimitsu had caught up, and Kaiser had in the meantime become free. Tokimitsu, while being completely out of breath, says that their plays are too compatible. However, as the pass is heading over to Kaiser, he does something unexpected as he jumps over the ball and lets it instead come into the hands of Hiyori, as he, while trapping the ball, says that it's not just their problem, but that their blood runs through the whole team. Two no-names from Bastard Munchen agree and get pumped as Hiyori says this, as Kaiser's and Isagi's team-up has given some sort of light to the team. After that, we see that Natsu finally understands the gravity of this situation, as he says that Isagi and Kaiser were enemies before, but now that they've teamed up, all of Bastard Munchen is logically working as one. And with that, we get this insanely cool panel of Hiyori passing the ball to Isagi, who then passes it to Kaiser. We then hear the commentators say that it's one pass after another, and that they have never seen this level of team-wide coordination before. We also see a ton of comments from spectators, who question how this teamwork between Isagi and Kaiser even came to light, and also praise the duo, saying that they should have done this from the very beginning. After that, Raichi gets in control of the ball. He looks around and says, "Do it," as he passes it back to Hiyori. Hiyori gets the ball and says that he is on it. Hiyori looks ahead and says that complementing each other's movements with no wasted motion and giving their best over and over with those two working together as the team's nucleus makes it easy to visualize a goal. He puts his foot back and is getting ready to send away the pass while saying that those two are the future of bastard munchen. Hiyori then sends away the pass while saying that they aren't just the future of bastard munchen, but that they are making a cutting-edge design for a new era of soccer. We can also see that Shidu tried his best to intercept the pass, but unfortunately ended up missing the timing. We then see that Hiyori's pass is going straight towards Isagi, who looks extremely fired up and says, "Come on," he has his puzzle pieces around him, ready for him to use at any moment. He receives the ball, and Gabin tries to come in and stop it. But even with Gabin in front of Isagi, he still finds a way, as he first makes a feint, then goes into his infamous two-gun volley stance, which I just absolutely love. This design of an attack is just wild, and I'm all here for it. However, at the bottom of the panel, we can see some feathers, and those come into play as Isagi shoots the ball. However, it ends up being blocked by the crow Karasu Tabito, who sends it flying into the air. He looks at Isagi intensely, and Isagi is just left stunned, looking at him and wondering what happened. However, it's far from over as the ball is high up in the air, but it's going down, and it's going towards none other than Kaiser, who thinks that luck is finally on his side. The ball falls down rapidly, and Kaiser, right off the bat, sends away one of his powerful Kaiser impacts towards the goal. But to everyone's surprise, it doesn't hit the back of the net, but instead hits Charles on his head. Charles has a smirk on himself as he just says a devil's emoji. However, I'm sure that he's completely brain dead now after taking a Kaiser impact head on. Anyway, Kaiser is just like Isagi and is completely stunned, but we then get back to Isagi, who thinks that they anticipated the timing of their shots and is just left wondering how's that even possible. However, we then see someone land and say that he can't stop someone he doesn't understand, but says that if it's logical, then he can get there just in time. We then see both Karasu and Charles looking extremely cold, as they have the same sort of aura around them, and it looks like some sort of darkness, but not the same one as Rin has. Anyway, Karasu tells them that the two of them are just like Kaiser and Isagi, and then Charles adds in by calling them dumbasses and throws in another devil's emoji. Kaiser looks extremely annoyed by all of this. However, that can't be said for Isagi, as he is entering his god mode. It looks like he is just emitting light, and his puzzle pieces are going crazy around him as he says that he understands, and that both Karasu and Charles are also adaptable, talented learners. Now the title for the next chapter I'm pretty sure will be called Because You Were There, which I'm going to be real about, but I have no clue what that could mean. However, it sounds like it will be a chapter with a lot of talking and explaining, but we will just have to wait and see. Also, on the topic of it, there's no break next week, which is always great to hear, as we will get to continue with the insanity of this match, and also Kaiser and Isagi's team up. But with that out of the way, let's quickly talk about this chapter. Now to start, I feel like we have to talk about how Rin got completely owned in the start of this chapter. Firstly, Isagi came, and Rin was able to handle Isagi pretty alright, and was going to get off a shot. However, that's when Kaiser just came in and swept the ball from Rin. Finally, we get to see the total and insane efficiency that the Kaiser and Isagi team-up is capable of, as together they were able to completely shut Rin down. Now they were 2 against 1, but let's not talk about it. Also, I found it a bit funny how Isagi called Kaiser a shitty rose, while Kaiser just called him by his name. Also, I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love it when players jump over the ball, as it looks so insanely satisfying. Yeah, I don't really have anything more to say about that, I just wanted to add it in. But then this panel was just wild. We can see all of the players being on top of Isagi's puzzle pieces, and it's like he is controlling them in some sort of way. But yeah, it looks so incredibly stunning. Now on to another extremely well-made panel. We of course have Isagi's two-gun volley, and this has to be my favorite ability in the entire series just based on how cool it looks. Like Isagi is able to legit create guns with his shot, which just gives him infinite aura in my opinion. However, all of it had to be ruined by Karasu in the end. Now, I don't really mean ruined, as it looks very cool, and when we look into his eyes, we kinda get it confirmed that he has meta vision, which isn't really anything surprising, as Karasu has always been a very smart and analytical player, and if anything, I feel like he got it rather late than early. But yeah, how do you feel about it? Please let me know down below. Now I still can't believe that Charles just tanked a Kaiser impact right to the head, which must have given him some real fatal damages, but it's Blue Lock after all, so I'm sure he will be fine in the end. And if you like Blue Lock and videos like this, then I would highly suggest you subscribe to this channel, and while you are at it, leave a comment and a like, as it helps out with the algorithm a ton. And if you are curious to see another video of mine, then please watch the video that will be popping up on the screen now. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.